This is the 5 Tech Things You Should Know About, episode number 58 for October 1st, 2010, and it's brought to you by Mosey.com. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. You are on the 5 Tech Things that you should know about. TV-azine with Association of Geekazine. You can find this video anywhere and everywhere, including the Boxy, including VodPod, including the RSS feeds, including Blip.tv and TechPodcast.tv. If it's tech and it's video, then it is here. And we are a proud member of the Tech Podcast Network. Of course, you can check us out there with all of our other great shows. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Blog World New Media Expo is only a few weeks away in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you want to learn anything about blogging, podcasting, or videocasting, this is where you need to go. And you'll learn it from industry professionals. People like Mignon Fogarty, the Grammar Girl. People like Steve Garfield. People like Penn Jillette. Penn Jillette? Yeah, Penn Jillette from Penn & Teller. Whole bunch of different people. Callie Lewis will be there. I will be there. Rick Calvert will be there, of course, the founder of Blog World. We have a whole host of people that are going to be there, so you should be there too. Go and get your tickets. Go over to geekazine.com, click on the link, and that'll take you to Blog World New Media Expo website. I'd like to thank everybody that's been choosing that code word GEEK. That's getting you 10% off, saving you a great price on a great product. Backing up now, backing up often, and backing up off-site with Mosey.com. It's your data. Nobody else can replicate your data. I'm working on a machine right now where the computer died, and I've got to pull all that data off. I'm doing a pretty good job of it. I think we got all the documents we needed, but it was very close. They almost lost everything because they didn't have a proper backup. So, ladies and gentlemen, you need to back up your stuff now. Back it up often, back it up off-site with Mosey.com. $4.95 per machine per month. It's the price of a hard drive, and you can't go wrong there. So back it up now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get started in the 5 Tech Things, I want to show you about this little website right here. I just found it, but right before I started videotaping. It's a website that basically you put in your bookmarks. Then you go to whatever website you want to, you choose that bookmark, and then all of a sudden a little ship shows up on the website, and you can start shooting down the website. Pretty cool stuff. I like the idea. I kind of wish that they'd have like little ships and other things and opportunities for your ship to blow up. I mean, I'd love to run it into a picture and all of a sudden goes, that would be kind of cool. So, but check it out. We'll have the link in the show notes for this cool little distraction. All right, we're going to start over on the 5 Tech Things over on the gaming side of things. Of course, do you remember Guitar Hero? I remember Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero 2 was pretty cool. Guitar Hero 3 is going to rock. But Guitar Hero 3 is coming out, and for, of course, the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and the Wii. And the best part is they're going a little bit more old school. They've got a lot of great tunes that I grew up with. Aerosmith, we had the Foo Fighters, we had Jane's Addiction, Kiss, we have Rush's 2112. If you have never heard 2112, you should probably take a listen to that. It's one of the most progressive rock songs out there from the 70s. But anyway, they're going to have a little storyline on it, and Gene Simmons is going to be the bad guy in the whole thing. And the whole idea is you're supposed to play Guitar Hero, gain some power points, and then defeat Gene Simmons. So who doesn't want to defeat Gene Simmons, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, Guitar Hero 3, not Rock Band, but Guitar Hero 3, pretty new, pretty idealistic, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with this new version of Guitar Hero 3. 335 days. I told you back in September 1st, 365 days, television will not be the same. This is another example why. Roku, of course, they brought out their brand new boxes a couple weeks ago. They made a major announcement that they're going to have Hulu Plus on their boxes. Very interesting. Now, it's not Hulu, it's Hulu Plus, which means you have a subscription fee for it. But you'll be able to watch all your Hulu content, your Netflix content, your Major League content, your NFL content, all that other stuff, anything that's an app that will be on that Roku box. I am recommending the Roku box over all the other boxes simply because of the fact you can hook up a Roku box to not only a TV with HDMI, but also a TV with just regular jacks in it. You can hook it up to an old style VCR, and you can watch your content on older TVs. We're not at the point where we have HDMI everywhere, and all these boxes only have HDMI ports to them. The Boxy box is going to be $199, and the Apple TV is $199. They're really not to that point. And you can get 1080p if you need to on the Roku, and you can also hook it up to Junior's 13-inch TV if you need to do that too. So right now, the Roku is the best deal for $100, and I'd recommend it, and you should probably get one because in 335 days, TV is changed. All right, you know that Geekazine is technically a blog, and it's run on a program called WordPress. Well, WordPress also has a website where if you don't want to deal with all the back-end stuff, you can go to WordPress.com and set up your own blog. Microsoft set up their own version of it, and they called it Live Spaces. Of course, Google has a Blogger and so on and so forth. Well, Microsoft said, Live Spaces, it's a great idea, but we're not really getting the juice that we need to, so we're going to shut it down. We're going to push everybody over to WordPress. So anybody that had a Live Spaces account will now get moved over to WordPress, which is a pretty cool thing. However, all the people started talking and said, well, maybe Microsoft's going to start looking at WordPress. Of course, it is the premier blogging platform for anybody that wants to build a web page. And of course, the competition, which was Movable Type, is nowhere to be seen anymore. Of course, 6apart just sold everything off. So maybe Microsoft is looking to buy WordPress to compete with Google and Blogger. It's very possible. It would be a great acquisition. But how would you handle open source with Microsoft? They can do it. But I think a lot of people would then shy away from WordPress and all those cool plugins if Microsoft was to buy it. I don't think it'll happen. I think WordPress should stay as separate and far away from Microsoft and Google and any other big company like that as they can to keep things as objective as possible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Halloween season, and we're getting in the Halloween spirit by finding stuff for you on the geeky side, on the techie side of Halloween. This week, we're going to go to your party. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to have your Halloween party and stuff like that, you want to have cool little appetizers, cool foods, and cool items. These are two things that you can do to make your party cooler. The first one is the green gelatin mold. It's Jell-O. Basically, a little mold that you can get. It's about $7 over at ThinkGeek. You put your Jell-O in there, you let it freeze, and then you plop it down. It looks like a brain. Brains! The other thing is the ice cubes. You want to spruce up your ice cubes? Pretty cool little article over on eHow how to do that. You take radishes, you pit them out, and then you put olives in it for the pupils. You then put them into ice cube trays, and you fill it with water, and you freeze that. And all of a sudden, you have ice cube eyeballs. There's other ways to make eyeballs, including sushi eyeballs and a lot of other cool stuff. There's really great recipes out there on how to make really interesting food items for your Halloween party. And pretty cool tech type stuff out there. It was just announced this morning that the net neutrality bill was shot down. Ladies and gentlemen, basically net neutrality in a nutshell means that internet service providers can't throttle your bandwidth at certain times. So if I'm doing, for instance, my show, my regular Geekazine show, it takes a lot of bandwidth because I have to push to Ustream, I have to push to Justin.tv. Without net neutrality, basically the internet service providers can see that I'm actually taking up more bandwidth than they should at a normal time, and they can throttle me. So all of a sudden, everything I try to do could start to cause problems and stuff like that. That's what we're trying to fight. I think that this bill needs to be retooled, and it needs to go back through and try again and see what happens, because net neutrality is very important to us. You don't want to be throttled when you are in a time of need and you need to get stuff done. I'm a higher use bandwidth type of guy because I'm in the IT tech area. I shouldn't have to be throttled simply because I'm trying to do something for everybody else out there. And of course, you'll find different times where you'll be throttled and you'll want to watch a video, you'll want to watch your TV, you'll want to watch whatever, because everything's going on the internet and you won't be able to do that. And that's 5 tech things you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers. If you like the show, please go over to your favorite website that hosts this and comment on it. Give it some stars. Do whatever you need to do to say, hey, keep this show going. Of course, go over to the Boxy app and put that application onto your Boxy system and then rate that as well. For the 5 tech things you should know about, my name is Jeffrey Powers, www.geekazine.com. Until next week, you guys take care.